Hello everyone and welcome to a video on the area and perimeter of rectangles. First we're going to look at the square because all squares are rectangles. So let's say we have a square where each side is 1 centimetre in length and the area is A. The area is defined as the length times the width. Well, that's the same in a square, the length and the width are equal. So we have 1 centimetre times 1 centimetre, so the answer is 1 centimetre squared. This is also referred to as a unit square. Now the perimeter of a shape is the total length of its boundary, which is the sum of all its sides and edges. So to get the perimeter for this shape, you add 1 centimetre plus 1 centimetre plus 1 centimetre plus 1 centimetre. So the total length of the boundary is 4 centimetres. In the next square, every side is 2 centimetres long. So what's the area A here? Well, as before, the area is length times width, which is the same in a square. So we times 2 by 2. So the area is 4 centimetres squared. Now, if we were to fill the shape with unit squares, 1 centimetre squared each, we'd fit 4 unit squares in this shape. And what about the perimeter? Well, that's the sum of every side. So you can add every side up individually to get the perimeter, or because every side is equal in a square, you could calculate 4 times 2 to get the answer, which is 8 centimetres. Next, we have a rectangle with length 3 centimetres and width 2 centimetres. So the area here, length times width, is 3 centimetres times 2 centimetres, which is 6 centimetres squared. Don't forget the squared. And again, if we were to fill it with unit squares, we would get 6 unit squares inside. And for the perimeter, you can add up each side individually, or because you have 2 sides of 3 centimetres and 2 sides of 2 centimetres, you can add the 3 and the 2 together and times that by 2. So the answer is 10 centimetres. So what's the area of a rectangle with sides 6 centimetres and 5 centimetres? Well, if the area is length times width, we times 6 by 5, so the answer is 30 centimetres squared. And if we were to fill this shape with unit squares, we would be able to get 6 unit squares across the top because it's 6 centimetres long, and we'd be able to get 5 rows of unit squares because the width is 5 centimetres. And there are 30 unit squares in total. And again, for the perimeter, you can add each side up individually, or you can calculate it using 2 times 6 plus 5, and the answer is 22 centimetres. So hopefully you're getting the hang of it now. So could you tell me what the area of a rectangle is if the length is 9 centimetres and the width is 7 centimetres? And you can pause the video here if you need more time. Well, to get the area, we times 9 by 7, so the answer is 63 centimetres squared. And this would mean we could get 9 unit squares across the top, and we'd get 7 rows of them. And if you have the patience to count them all, you'll find there are 63. And can you find the perimeter of the rectangle? Pause the video here if you need more time. And as before, you can add all the sides up, or you can do 2 times 9 plus 7, which is 32 centimetres. So what happens when the units are different? How do we calculate the area of a rectangle with length 6 metres and width 4 metres? Well, if the units are the same on all sides, then it's just the same as before. So the area is 6 times 4, so it's 24 metres squared. And as before, the perimeter is 2 times 6 plus 4, so it's 20 metres. But what happens if there are different units on different sides? For instance, this rectangle here, which has length of 6 metres but width of 150 centimetres. Pause the video here if you want to try and work this out. Well, you must always change the length and the width so they have the same unit before you calculate. In this example, I'm going to change 150 centimetres into metres, so that's 1.5 metres. So the area becomes 6 times 1.5, which is 9 metres squared. And the perimeter becomes 2 times 6 plus 1.5, so that is 15 metres. And finally, for this video, what happens if we have a rectangle but we don't know the length? We only know the width, which is 19 kilometers, but we also know the area, which is 570 kilometers squared. As you know, area equals length times width. So we can rearrange that formula so that we have length is equal to area divided by width. Therefore, for this example, the length is 570 divided by 19 because both of those values are in kilometers. And so the length is 30 kilometers. And because we now have the length of the rectangle, we can work out the perimeter, which is 2 times 30 plus 19. So the perimeter of the rectangle is 98 kilometers. In the next video, we'll go through some more problems where we have different units and where we calculate the area, the length, the width, or the perimeter. But that's it for now. So thanks very much for watching. And if you could please press the like button or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.